You just pain set me there. So you got threat.
I faded, so I shouldn't have had any threat.
Does it matter though? Because if you're...
I'm just not gonna paint stuff. Show me what you're gonna do.
Okay. Okay, I still died, but you see,
Would it then be better for the hunters to snap everything to you? So your first global can be a thrash.
if you can, but
We can.
usually they can't. You can? Okay, then let's do that.
Let's practice really quick then. Sorry, I'm not trying to get annoyed. We just keep missing these kicks on these like mobs, and it just causes us to wipe, and it's just so frustrating because I can't kick, so I can't do anything about it to make up the difference.
Okay, so are you alright with the small pack first, then the big pack? Or you want big pack first? Doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter. Like maybe do the small ones first, because then it'll give me more time.
Yep.
To
Going now.
stabilize.
That what?
I didn't have any cooldowns, but yeah.
Let's try again.
The common mistake that many hunters make is they have their pet out and they don't feign death immediately after they snap.
That's what I always tell the hunters, and they always tell me like, oh, they always make excuses. I'm so glad that you're finally saying that that's the reason. I can't tell you how many hunters like fail at snapping it, and like they always make excuses. I'm always like, you misdirect the tank, you shoot them, and you feign because
Yeah,
then you're not a valid target.
and you can't have your pet out because they'll charge your
Obviously,
pet. Yeah.
yeah. The reason why I was telling you last night, Shaden, to pull the toxic swords first is it gives people a chance to set their sky screamers as a focus target. You have to remember that DPS to some degree always just tunnel vision DPS. So if they just see like a bunch of mobs out there, they're like getting like amped up to like just start going ham on them. And they don't have time, like Gloria was saying, even though she was having a hard time like setting these skyscreamers as a focus because you pull them so quickly and then they're all stacked up so it's impossible to target them. If you snap these Sorats first, these close ones, to get some threat on them and to gather some rage, it gives people time to set the skyscreamers as their focus target. Let's try it again. You have survival instincts and I have pain sub.
Yeah. But look at what happens when I grab these first. So they're meleeing me, right? And I'm not popping anything, but like I'm still getting hit very hard. And by the time I snap these in, I have like no health. Do you see what I mean? So
Why don't you open with a bark skin and use a frenzy regen when you start to drop before you pull the next pull, and then use survival instincts.
The tank I did this triple snap with is a Blood DK, by the way.
So he's gonna get absolutely chunked. He has like very little mitigation besides verse. Like this pull is longer than a minute. So you could start if you start with bark skin and a frenzied and then you go into survival, you'll have bark and frenzied up for the next pull, and you'll have your second charge of survival by the time that pack is getting dangerous.
Like, why does it matter if I pull this pack or not?
Because
So-
it gives DPS time to.
And here's the other thing, Shaden,
Mm.
is that if there's a melee kick, they have to get over here into position without body pulling these Sorads. And it happens that they pull them. Like if you watch any of the VODs that we've played recently, it's these Sorads on the left that leap to the melee and kill them. Or I mean to the range and kill them. It's these Sorads
Actually,
close.
we, instead of pulling the small swords first, we could just delay the pull altogether. So we just wait around for everyone to set up their focus, which doesn't take long because they'll be coming down here, right? And they can just target from here. Like Gloria can just target in like a second, and then she'll go down for snap. Melee they don't have to walk past, they just jump here. There's a lot of room. Okay, not like that, but there's a lot of room to walk past without getting aggro. You just have to be not scared, you see.
How do
So
people
let's say-
do the snap up there? Like, do they come? Does everyone come down
Up
here,
here?
set their focus, and then go back up to snap? Up here?
When you snap up here, it's not teaming. Right? When you snap up here, it's not teaming. So you don't have to worry.
Okay.
So let's say a key start. I'm coming down. Come to here. Set my focus macro. If I'm a melee, I go here. That's like, 5 seconds. If I'm a hunter, I come, set my focus, and I'm ready to snap immediately. It doesn't take long. And like all you have to do is just delay the pull by like 3 seconds, and everyone should have their focus target. How's that sound?
Isn't that what I've been doing? I've been waiting until everything's marked and then giving you like 3 seconds before I pull.
Then why didn't Gloria set her focus?
I don't know, but like I give a lot of time for everyone to set focus. You basically just see, like, if you watch the VOD, I'm just standing there.
Okay. So that's the DPS fault then.
Well, no,
So for
the
the
first
snap-
one, I missed my kick because I was not paying attention. Like I'm trying to do so many things at once. I'm like, there's so many buttons I have to hit.
So what can be done better for you? Like, so that you can have more time or what? Does the hunter snapping for you help?
Mm,
Do you have your stream up?
no, I don't think the stream was working. I turned it off so that you could look at the VOD.
Let me see if Volt was streaming.
So it could be like, first pull the bottom here, you get 1 global. Then I pull this closer pack. Oh shit. Okay, then I pull the closer pack. get another global. Then I pull the last pack. Then should
I
that be
know I know that
Alright.
Moonfire doesn't generate any rage, but you can easily snap both of these sword packs, and you can snap the close one right away. Like I'm just so confused as to why, like, you have to open with a taunt on them versus a thrash. Like, if I use my dot, like, which Moonfire is like an instant ability, just like my dot, they instantly snap. Like, that's
No,
the thing that.
because the thing he's saying is Moonfire is a global, one GCD, whereas Taunt is not on the GCD. So after he Moonfires, he can Moonfire and Taunt at the same time, and as they snap to him, he will Thrash. That is 2 GCDs. Whereas if he Moonfire, and then Thrash, there's 3 GCDs. And then on the second GCD, the swords are meleeing him. Then he only gets his rage on the third GCD.
Does Barkskin require a
No,
require rage?
don't think so.
Like, you could literally start. You could go. Like, I'm gonna do what you would do, except for with paints up, snap, snap. Like, for some reason, I snap that faster than you snap that.
No, you don't. I can snap it faster because I have an off GCD ability.
Which is Taunt, yeah?
Yeah. So I'm gonna do Moonfire and Taunt at the same time. And where you took 3 seconds to snap them, I'm gonna take 2. Or 1.
Let's see it.
I'm gonna take like one less second.
Are you moonfiring your focus target? Kick?
No, I'm just moonfiring one of the swords over there. It's really far for me to.
It's out of loss.
Because that's the other thing that you could be doing, is you could be taking. If you do the middle Sky Screamer, if you moonfire the middle Sky Screamer and you set that as your focus target, then it's a lot easier for you to get your kick instead of grabbing the Sorad.
What do you mean? No, it already was my focus target.
And you have a focus kick macro.
Yeah. I set focus before I pull. But it might be better, like I like it when hunters snap it to me because they all come in like at the same time instead of just like, you know, like the first target snaps and then the rest snap afterwards. You know what I'm saying? For some reason there's a delay when I tag them versus when misdirect multi-shot tags everything, because I don't have, like, you know, a multi-shot, right? I can only tag one mob. So it would actually be better, I think, if
Yes,
if we
every
misdirect.
target hit by multi-shot will instantly snap. Then everything that is not hit by multi-shot will have a delay.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes you see half the pack snapping instantly and then half not.
That's why I think it's better that the tank pulls both of these, because on a high level, if the swords leap to you and you die and you're one of the first kicks, it's a wipe. Whereas if the tank just pulls both these top packs, because he can reach both of these top packs and he can do it in 2 seconds, he should be the one to do these, and you should multi-shot the bottom pack.
Well, let's compare it.
Well, when Hunter Ben pulled both of these, he kept on getting the swords, the ones that didn't get hit by multi-shot, leaped to him and he took a bunch of damage.
Did I?
Yeah. I mean, you can keep trying it over and over. Try it here. Hold on. I died. No, I died. Or I body pulled.
Okay. Like, honestly, we're kind of wasting time by talking about this because it's not like we can't really do anything. Like either way works.
I disagree with that.
How was that?
That worked. What did you do differently than the last time you did it?
I just put more effort into targeting the middle of the pack, which
Okay.
is a market cross. So that one is it solves the middle. So when I multi-shot that, it hits everything.
I think I think more of the issue than anything else is that we keep running with different DPS, and the problem with these pulls is there's very minute details that make all of the difference in the world to the success of the pull. Like
Yeah.
you know to multi-shot the middle of the mobs and you can snap it cleanly. Like you just figured out how you do that. And you and I and Hunter just discussed on how we're gonna wait for a second while at the bottom and to give everybody a second to focus target. And we know that we need to give you a couple seconds to get some thrashes, get some rage, and generate some threat. But the next hunter who comes in here doesn't know all of these things, and if we try to explain it to them, if they mess up one thing, it's fucking key because they miss their kick or they get charged or they get leapt on by the swords and then they die. Or it's like the next melee DPS who comes in here doesn't know that they have to get into position like in a certain place so they're not LOS of the Sky Screamers, and they open up too early and they pull threat, they get leapt on and they die or they fall over, or like it's just like there's so many things that go wrong. Like there's so many little details that have to be absolutely perfect, and we figure them out, but the people just don't stick around to figure out and to perfect it. And so then we end up like refilling, and then on the next pull somebody else makes a different mistake. Like if you do a pull 10 times, odds are that 3 out of the 10 times it's going to be 3 different people who make a mistakes at some point at some place, or like when we're coming down from priestess room, we miss 2, we don't stay stacked for the augur pack, and they just are casting fiery enchant. I mean, like there's just so many things that can go wrong. Like we just need to run like consistently with the same people who are willing to like learn how to perfect these things and figure out like exactly what the small detail is. Hunter, how late is it for you? How many more keys do you have for with us?
I don't really have to sleep.